Now we move on to road safety. Now the National Road Safety Authority is calling for the immediate deployment of officers from the Motor Tariff and Transport Department, MTTD, to accident-prone areas across the country in a bid to stem the alarming rise in road crashes. In a statement issued today, the authority described the move as a critical stopgap measure urgently needed to reduce avoidable road fatalities, while the full rollout of the TrafficTechGh System is underway. The system is designed to strengthen traffic law enforcement in high-risk areas, commonly known as black spots, and serve as a long-term deterrent to reckless driving. The NRSA emphasizes that swift action is essential to prevent further loss of life and ensure public safety on Ghana's road. Now, let's bring you the excerpts of that statement shortly before we engage Mr. Amalaba on this. The National Road Safety Authority wishes to bring to your attention the escalating road traffic crashes, injuries and fatalities in the apparent absence of police, motor traffic and transport department personnel on our roads. This worrying development was a key concern during a recent stakeholder engagement on road safety, prompted by your earlier correspondence to the NRSA. Now, it continues to say, the stakeholders noted the absence of police MTTD personnel on our roads in recent times. There was a strong consensus that this may be contributing to increased traffic violations, particularly speeding, which remains a major factor in severe crashes. Consequently, there was a strong call for the immediate deployment of MTTD personnel to identify high-risk areas, otherwise known as black spots, to enhance enforcement of road traffic regulation and deter reckless driving. And in light of this, the NRSA respectfully reiterates the stakeholders' call for the immediate deployment of MTTD personnel to black spots as a decisive stopgap measure to stem the tide of avoidable crashes while awaiting the full implementation of the TrafficTechGh System. Visible policing on high-risk corridors will significantly reduce speeding and other dangerous driving behaviors that contribute to fatalities. We look forward to your kindness. We look forward to your kind consideration and prompt action on this matter, as road safety remains a shared and collective responsibility. Now, joining me on Zoom for more on this is the Acting Chief Executive Officer of the National Road Safety Authority, Abraham Amalaba. Thank you for joining us this afternoon on The Pulse. I'm quite curious about the TrafficTechGh. Is it an app? What's it about before we even talk about the deployment that you're asking for? Can you hear me? Kindly unmute. Mr. Malaba, if you can hear me, kindly unmute.
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, thank you. So I'm quite curious about the TrafficTechGh first before we even get into the fatalities on our road. I'm certain that the network is not...
No, the right pronunciation is TrafficTech.
Oh,
TrafficTech.
Good. Thank you.
It is a technology.
Okay.
Yeah, TrafficTech.
Okay.
Can you hear me
yes,
now?
Yes. I must have paid tariff for a long time that I see the word wrongly. Thank you for the correction. TrafficTech, yes, we can hear you. We'll try and reconnect with Mr. Abraham Amalaba again, but we're just bringing you the statement and then what they are asking of the MTTD, as they have noticed that most of these personnel haven't been deployed on areas which they describe as black spots, as a decisive stopgap to, ensure that they reduce or they curb the road crashes on our road, while they wait for the full implementation of the TrafficTechGh System, which we're trying to get an understanding of what that will be by the time it will be implemented fully. Let me see if I still have Mr. Abraham Amaliba. If you can hear me. Okay, unfortunately, the network was not favoring. I will try again. Mr. Maliba, can you hear me? Right, we'll be sure to bring you this in our subsequent bulletins. But before I wrap the post today, Joy Prime's popular TV show, Trotro Diaries, has partnered with the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies to educate Trotro drivers and commuters on safe fuel consumption, fuel conservation.
Hello.
And yes, right, let me see if I have him. Mr. Maliba, if you can hear me, I was quite curious about the TrafficTechGh System and in your statement. What is it about?
Well, it is the use of cameras or installing cameras on our roads. And this has been done, and we have done some trials. You are aware that there was a period when people who jumped traffic lights were given text messages on their phones and asked to go and pay, or they will be sent to court. So TrafficTech is the use of cameras on our roads to, as it were, ensure that people don't overspeed. So that is the TrafficTech.
Right, and so you're also asking that the MTTD personnel be deployed to areas that you describe as black spots. What are the black spots on our roads?
Well, these are accident-prone areas. When you ask engineers, those who construct the roads, they will tell you that there are parts of the roads that are prone to accidents. Now, the statistics we have indicates that every day, at least 6 people die on our roads in Ghana. Every day, 6 people die following road crashes. And so the number is so alarming that at the road safety, we think that most of these accidents are as a result of the absence of the police, MTTD, on our roads. It therefore allows the drivers to overspeed. And mind you, our vehicles don't have, or they are not installed with what is called speed governors or speed limiters. So they go above the required, kilometers per hour. So we are saying that let's bring back the police, not on the entire road, but just on the areas that these accidents occur, so that once there's visibility and the drivers approach those areas, they will slow down.
Okay.
And then they can continue. So that is why we are putting out this statement.
Okay. For example, in Accra, where would you describe as a black spot in Accra?
Well, in Accra, you can talk about the N1 area, that stretch. So particularly the close to the traffic lights at La Paz.
Okay.
It's one of the areas. If you go towards the central region, getting close to Winneba, there is a black spot there where accidents frequently occur.
Okay.
Accra Kumasi roads, Apedja Junction is also one area that you can say is a black spot. And the police know all these black spots together with us. We collaborate with the police, so we are able to identify those areas.
Okay. And finally, before I let you go, the TrafficTech would be fully implemented when? When shall I look forward to that?
The TrafficTech will be implemented if the law on Okada is passed. The TrafficTech implementation was curtailed because of the brouhaha over the sirens. You know, there was a time when this law included a siren for members of parliament, and the general public were up in arms. So that law was withdrawn. But for that, the TrafficTech would have been in implementation. So now we intend to include the Okada law into that existing that law, that LI. Now, if that gamut of laws are passed, then TrafficTech will also come into being.
Right. Thank you so much. Well, did the MTTD tell you when they'll be deploying the personnel at all?
I have a meeting with the IGP next week, Tuesday, I think so.
Okay.
And I'm sure all these matters will come up.
Thank you so much for joining us on the Pulse today. Now, Joy Prime's popular TV show Trotro Diaries has partnered with the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies to educate Trotro drivers and commuters on safe fuel consumption, fuel conservation, and road safety awareness. Co-host of the show, Nuala Karen Yali, outlined the goals of the initiative, emphasizing its relevance to improving commuting experiences and driver responsibility.
If you're probably learning about Trotro Diaries for the first time, well, it's a show that is centered around the transport industry here in Ghana. We believe that it's an industry that has many layers to it, and we've made it our single or sole responsibility or priority to unravel these layers and take a look at the nuances around this industry. And so I'm inviting you to watch us every Saturday. It's just for an hour from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's live on Joy Prime Television. Now, our Trotro system is the lifeblood of our urban mobility in Accra and beyond, serving millions of commuters daily. Now, yet it faces critical challenges from fuel quality concerns and safe fuel consumption. I'm sure if I should do a quick scan around the room or vox around the room, I'm sure there are so many concerns that you would share or experiences that you would share at the pump stations, where some people would say they bought fuel paid for 3 liters or 4 liters and they were given 3 liters. Some people would complain about, adulterated fuel and all of that. So together with COMAC, we are embarking on an educational campaign to visit select Trotro stations across Accra. Our mission is clear: to empower drivers and passengers with vital knowledge on fuel quality, safe and responsible fuel use, fuel conservation techniques, and crucially, road safety awareness, including understanding road signs, traffic laws, and driving ethics. So by this partnership, it goes beyond education. It's about fostering a dialogue, bringing together fuel marketers, transport unions, regulatory bodies, and commuters to really collaboratively build transport systems that is safer, more efficient, and cost-effective. So on behalf of Trotro Diaries, I want to express our deepest gratitude to COMAC for entrusting us with this vital role, and we're excited to leverage our platform and reach to amplify the important message and drive real change on our roads.
That'll be all for The Pulse today with me, Emefa Akosia Adeti. Real thank you for watching the show all throughout the week. Do enjoy your weekend, but for more news, do log on to myjoyonline.com. With our top story, here is the list of 12 suspects to be charged over 548 million Ghana cedis. NSA's ghost name scandal. Full details on the page. Thank you for watching.